How you doing?
Chilling.
What's up? Yeah, I was like, let me do this one real quick before I get ready for work tonight.
Like,
Shout out to Lashia, I won tonight's Jeopardy and shit.
no point.
Niggas got mad talking about, hey, you cheated. I'm like, nigga, I ain't cheating, nigga. What the fuck you talking about?
Mm-mm-mm.
She
Nigga
actually
ain't
said, we talked about famous moms.
wow. She need to get other people on it besides us, man. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Get me anxious to come back so I could beat people. You know what I mean?
do some like hip hop related or some shit.
Yeah, something. You know. Yep. Where's John at?
John said his computer's messing up, so he's just gonna participate in the comments.
All right.
Shit. So the dude from Rolling Stone, Jan Jan Wenner, he got removed from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame leadership for talking about black women.
I heard that. I heard about that. It's crazy.
I'm like, too bad.
Put somebody black there.
Maybe he's one of the
You know?
maybe he's one of the reasons why Whitney Houston is not in the Hall of Fame yet.
Yeah. Put somebody black there. You know, Jay-Z, Robert Glasper, somebody. Questlove.
Right. Questlove, he's already in there and shit.
Oh, he's there? Wait, they need some.
Yeah.
They need more people there. You know, Jazzy Jeff, somebody of prominence.
Hell,
You
LL
know?
Cool J.
Yeah. Nah, see, then LL gonna only vote for himself. You know? He ain't gonna vote for everybody else.
Like I said, he's already on there too.
Right.
I'm gonna check something downstairs right quick. Hold on.
All right. Wow. John, what's good, bro? You not joining us tonight? Should be on here talking about Dub C with us, man. Your computer's acting up. I know how that go. I don't know. I don't know if we talked about Dub C stuff. It might have been a long time ago. I'm trying to remember if we talked about any of his stuff.
I'm back.
Did we do any Dub C reviews before? No.
No, this is the first one.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
closest we've done was
I think we talked about doing it, but we never did.
yeah, the closest we've done is West Side Collection.
Right. You saw Rosemary's Baby? What you thought about the movie, Sam?
What movie?
Rosemary's Baby?
I've never seen that movie either.
He said he loved it.
Hey, why isn't my TV working? Starting about 5 minutes.
Insidious and Paranormal. Yeah, Paranormal Activity is way overrated. I've only seen like one or two of those films, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, I never cared for them either.
Insidious, I like. I don't like. I didn't like the last one that came out though. I think the last one was like one of the worst ones for them.
Scary movies just be hit or miss these days.
Yeah, the jump scares be like the best thing about it though. It just got to be done right,
Right.
you know. And they got to have good acting, good story.
And even some jump scares be kind of whack.
Yeah,
Like I figured I plugged it. That's why I don't work. Oh shit. What do you think of the Orphan prequel movie?
it was okay. I think why did they wait so long to do a sequel though? It was like what, over 10 years.
Exactly.
That should have came out like 2 years after the first one. You know what I mean?
That's Hollywood for you.
That chick look old now too. The orphan chick. She don't look like she's like an old lady. She's like a old woman playing a little kid. I'm like, you could tell like the makeup did not do her any justice.
Right.
You know.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Let's go.
What's up, you too? How's everyone doing this lovely, lovely, lovely day? We're back again for your ass. It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Try with me.
Yo.
All right. And this is just a request from our homeboy John Dixon. You know what I'm saying? He sent me this album. Thank you again for this. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about Dub C and the Mad Circle and a damn thing changed. This album came out in 1991, September 17th to be exact. It consists of production DJ Crazy Tunes, Sir Jinx, Dub C, and Chili Chill. Dub C and the Mad Circle consists of members Dub C, Coolio, the late great Coolio, the late great DJ Crazy Tunes, and Big G. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Singles album came out with Dress Code. That was a single. I want to say Ghetto Serenade was a single as well too. I think those were the only singles. I think. Yeah, man. So you know how we do. We're gonna talk about how we got into Dub C and the Mad Circle. Try. I'm gonna let you start us off, of course.
I saw them. I heard them like when I want to say when I think it was Curb Serving came out. You know what I'm saying? And seeing that video for the one on like Rap City all the time. Rap City played their stuff a lot. We didn't see their stuff on Video Music Box. I think MTV Raps might have played them once in the blue, but Rap City played their stuff a lot. I've seen the video for that, and and the damn thing change came out, and Shady's. I actually have the shadiest one. I got the shadiest one in Ghetto Heisman.
Oh,
These two,
nice.
and Ghetto Heisman. That's when he had went to Def Jam, and he came out with the streets with Nate Dogg was on that and Snoop, and that was fire. Um, he had Scarface on that album as well. I like that track that he had, but he was always dope. I thought he was like underrated, MC from the West Coast, and then joining up with Cube and Mac 10 to start West Side Connection, and I don't know, for whatever reason he just got slept on. I think Coolio really became the star of the Mad Circle when he branched out and went solo with you know the first album, and It Takes a Thief, and then blowing up against his Paradise. And I saw Dub C perform with Ice Cube in 2018 when Cube had the when he's doing like the Big Three basketball tournament over here, and they had the championship. And before the game started, it was Cube with Dub C. They were performing a lot of their hit records, and it was dope to see them live. But I always thought he was like a dope artist. He just was like he went under the radar, and you know he's still doing it.
Yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying about that. To me, I got into Dub C in the Math Circle. Um, I can't exactly tell you when I got into this music, but at the same time, I remember just my first introduction to Dub C, of course, being in the West Side Connection and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? No, I take that back. I take that back. The first time I heard Dub C was Def Jam Fight for New York. He had that song, The Streets with Nate, though, like you mentioned, and everything like that. The classic
Yeah,
game. Definitely want to talk about that game in the
yeah,
future. Planning a video game thing, which that might come like later on this year, because there's a couple games I want to get before I actually talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
right,
But other than that, yeah, very, very, very dope. MC figuring West Coast hip hop and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I definitely feel like he kind of gets a little slept on under the radar a lot, in my opinion. But
yeah,
it is what it is. So the Dub C and the Mad Circle, they were a hip hop. They were a hip hop group, I think, coming from, excuse me, Los Angeles, California, to be exact. The name stands for Minority Alliance of Anti-Discrimination. You know, and the earliest roots from Dub C and the Mad Circle come from the hip hop group Low Profile, which consists of Dub C and DJ Aladdin. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the DJ Aladdin that was down with Ice T, the whole Rhyme Syndicate. You know what I'm saying? They had dropped their first album, "We in This Together," in 1990. Well, excuse me, the only album, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Which I feel like that's a very, very, very dope album. Kind of very underrated, if you ask me. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And pretty much, you know what I'm saying. DJ Aladdin, he started working with Ice T, and then Dub C formed his own super group and everything like that. And the thing about that part was the fact that this was the first time people heard, Coolio. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, Coolio was already making noise in, his environment. Being a member of like groups like the Soundmaster Crew and New School and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And DJ Crazy Tunes is his brother as well too. You know what I'm saying? So they added Big G, who was pretty much like doing background vocals on a few tracks and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? They got to deal with Priority Records. You know what I'm saying? The same record label as Ice Cube. And the reason why I mentioned Ice Cube was because the production was done by Sir Jinx and Chili Chill, and they done a lot of stuff for like Ice Cube, the Lynch Mob, and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why this album definitely you can definitely see a lot of those influences on this album and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Pretty dope track. You know, pretty dope album. You know what I'm saying? So glad I finally got this and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, this is the okay. This is the album cover right here. Pretty dope album cover. You know, just has them just chilling out in the street and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Pretty dope CD. You got the group right here, stuff like that. You got Dub C in the far left. Want to say that's Big G. Want to say they got Coolio, they got DJ Crazy Tunes and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Got the shout outs and the thank yous. And then this is what the CD looks like. All right. Once again, thank you again, John Dixon. And just so you guys know, John Dixon was supposed to came to this review. He had some technical issues with his computer, so he's going to be telling his thoughts on the comments as well too. So yeah, definitely can't wait to hear your thoughts on this album. So track number one is the intro. You know, a pretty dope intro and everything like that. Just to let you guys know, the skits and interludes on this project has some very dope beats. Very dope beats and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And the intro pretty much just has, the helicopter, doing like a police report and everything like that. And then you had Dub C just dropping some rhymes, just getting the tone ready for this album and everything. So love it.
Yeah, I thought it was good. You know, you got him saying it's 1997, y'all, ain't a damn thing changed. They still living in modern day slavery, from whips to billy clubs, and I thought it set the tone for the album.
Yeah, definitely set the tone with the album, which leads us into the title track. Pretty very dope track, and that's where to kick off the album as well. You know what I'm saying? It has Dub C and Coolio doing their thing and everything. I like it, nice way to kick off the album.
This was dope. Love the beat. You had Dub saying, "And those who want to test me, step up, bro. My number's still the same." And oh, by the way, it's in the ghetto. I'm sorry I can't floss the fortune and the fame, but when it comes to Dub, and the damn thing changed. Loved it.
Yeah, I definitely love it as well too. All right, track number three, the break in. Man, this track definitely went in. They went in on this track right here. Coolio to me stole the show. And Coolio to me definitely stole the
Yeah,
show with this track. Oh wait, hold up, wait a minute. No, oh, this is a skit. My fault. This is a skit.
let's get.
Yeah, the skit. I mean, this skit was alright. No, nothing really to be real with you.
Yeah, I like the beat for that. You had somebody said, motherfuckers want to know who produced y'all shit, and I thought it was a dope ass beat for the that skit.
Yes. All right, track number four, behind closed doors. Yeah, man. This one definitely had Dubsy and Coolio doing their thing. Yeah, Coolio definitely did his thing on this track right here. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing too. That's the thing too with Coolio. Like niggas would always think, oh, he's just the gangster's paradise, fantastic voyage and stuff like that too. But when he was under Dubsy in the Mad Circle and everything like that, motherfucker was like catching bodies and everything. He don't only get talked about for that part. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
here and there. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to pull up some lyrics for this one. Yeah, okay, I found some lyrics. He said some shit like, "Back up on the streets after 5 long years. Did my time on concrete and still tears. No, it wasn't the crime of the century, and no, I didn't enjoy the penitentiary. But that wasn't the past. Now I'm back on the pavement with two kids that gone on full probation. Just him doing his thing on this track right here too. So, yeah, just talking about crooked officers, which they talk about a lot on this record as well. So yeah,
Yeah, it's had a banging ass beat. He's talking about police brutality, And he says, and now I'm being charged for resisting arrest, but it was either catch a bullet or be beaten to death. Now for the rest of my life, I got tubes connected to my lungs just because the boys wanted to have fun. So I definitely, like I love the track and what he was saying about police brutality that's still going on. Unfortunately, in this day and age.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. Very, very, very relevant track indeed. Um, Track number five, Out on a Furlough. This is actually my favorite track on this album, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys recognize the sample, All My Sly and the Family Stoneheads, that was the more bass heavy version. Thank You for Taking Me to Africa, which was pretty much like a remix of Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself. I prefer that version over Thank You for
Yeah,
Letting Me Be Myself. To be real with you, I love that bass. Um, it's been said that Sly did the bass, but then some people say Larry Graham did the bass. I think Sly did the bass on that track, but that's besides the point. This track right here is just talking about how he tells a story about how he went to this party and he's having a good time and then he's winning money in dominoes and then he rolls with this guy named Joe and next thing you know Joe was just on some reckless shit, and it's like he's in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that
right.
has to him back to prison just for fucking up with his parole and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So I love the line when he says, "So now I'm in jailhouse getting all swole, doing 2 to 5 for this nigga I don't know. Fools say jail ain't nothing to sweat, but if you ain't got a rep, you gotta clean your set. But I don't bang y'all, so what can I say? I'm just a funky rapper from around the way. You know what I'm saying? Just like, and that should be real life too and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That should be real as fuck too. So yeah, it just goes. It's just a lesson about how you should watch the people you roll with, or just be mindful about all the motherfuckers you claim to be your friends, because sometimes they might put you on some other shit. So this is actually my favorite track on the album, and yeah, this is actually John Dixon's favorite track as well too. So
Yeah, this was dope. I had a dope ass beat. That dub saying I had a feeling I just wouldn't quit. Being around too many high rollers making me itch. I ain't the one that wears silk, so I felt like a jerk because I was the only in some jeans and a t-shirt. I liked it. I thought it was a banging track. It's definitely one of my favorites on the album.
yeah, definitely a favorite track indeed. All right. Next track we got is A Crazy Break featuring JD. I want to say that JD is from the Lynch Mob. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy how the Ice Cube and Dub C connection went as far back as this album. I don't know why I thought it started on the Curb Serving album and shit. Too. It's been
Right.
years since I actually peeped this album. Just letting y'all know. So, dope beat. Like this crazy tune. That's another producer that don't get his just due, in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of dope shit for Cube, Cam, of course, Dub C, the Mass Circle. Yeah, rest in peace to Crazy Tune, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But yeah, Crazy Break. I love that fucking beat.
Definitely a banging beat. Enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right. Next song is called Caught in the Fad. Very, very, very great song indeed too. With this one, he's pretty much going after studio gangsters. And he used the first verses to talk about how he never going to sell out. He's not going to like quote unquote wear flowered shirts and flat tops on the album covers, which I felt like that was kind of like a shot at maybe like the Kwame's or maybe even the De
Right.
La's or some
Right.
shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? And then he talks about in the second verse how you know he exposed he exposed a phony who they claim to be vegetarian and down for his people, but at the same time, like he be selling crack during the daytime and shit like that too. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's just like it's pretty much like a Nino Brown kind of situation and shit like that. You know when that scene when Scotty was like, "How you gonna wear this when you sell poison to our people? You ain't shit." You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this was a pretty dope track. I love believe it or not, I love the reggae breakdown on this track. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
didn't do that fake Jamaican shit. It was just like dope ass reggae
right.
breakdown, which I fucking love that shit. That might be very surprising because in the past couple of weeks we've dealt with like a lot of rappers trying to do that dancehall reggae sound and shit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But yeah, pretty dope.
that would have been a skip if he started chanting and shit.
Right.
You know, I think maybe that's why he wasn't like he didn't get that popularity. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't like an MC Hammer. You know, or even with a Coolio, many people feel like Coolio sold out with Gangsta's Paradise, and Dub C was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna stay underground." And you know, I thought it was a dope track, and I love the beat for the song, and even when I never looked at Kwame like he was commercial because Kwame didn't sell a lot of records. You know what I'm saying? It's like all he had a gimmick, and we remembered him with the polka dots and the high top fade with the it was like dyed blonde in the front. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I wouldn't even say Kwame was commercial like that. He probably was, but he wasn't selling records like that. Like he's another artist they were barely playing. You know, his videos like that. So
Definitely. Yeah. I know. Yeah, because I feel like the whole Kwame hate really started happening and solidifying when Biggie said that
mhm.
line,
Right.
played out like Kwame and them polka
Right.
dots and
And
shit,
then
and
we're
everybody
like,
was
and
like,
then for people that if before then, if you didn't listen to Kwame, you'll probably listen to that song like, what the hell is Biggie talking about? What are you talking about? Kwame, you
yeah.
know.
Cause I tried to give Kwame a chance. I was
Mhm.
not a big fan.
I
He
have
did
one, I
have
have
some.
one of his albums on vinyl, but that was given to me. But I never. He was okay. I never. He wasn't really my thing. I was more into like native tongues and shit. I wasn't into Kwame like that.
Yeah, and even with Herbie Lovebug and stuff like that too.
Hmm.
He has some of his best beats for Salt and Pepper,
Right.
Kid and Play, and so on and shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Um,
I just thought like a lot of people looked at him like he was a fad. Like he has a gimmick, and that's really how people noticed him. Other than that, I mean, I can't even name 5 songs that he had. You know what I'm saying? So
same.
like now, like I think people appreciate him now because like he did continue with his music career and became a producer and he did stuff for like G Unit and other artists and he did a lot of like live streams and kept people entertained when COVID started. But I wasn't a huge fan of him like that.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely feel you on that. I'm gonna let you go on to the next song. I'm gonna check some downstairs.
Yeah. All right, track 8, we got "Fuck My Daddy." It's like a song that Dubsy's talking about is growing up without his pops in his life, and I think a lot of people could relate to that, including myself. And you know, he he uh he felt like his mom was she had to be the mom and the dad in the house for him growing up. And he talked about how his pops used to beat his mother and used to bust her lip open and stuff like that. And I like the beat for this. And he said, fuck my daddy is something I wanted to say for the longest. I'm giving peace to moms because moms is the strongest. So that was like his opening lines on that track. And definitely enjoyed this. It's not too many times you get artists in rap that they make a song about growing up without having a father or their mom in their life. And this was definitely a dope track. I felt the anger in his voice with this song. And just saluting his mother and paying homage to his mother. And having her be a single parent. So this was one of my favorites on this album.
What are y'all talking about?
Talking my daddy.
Oh yeah, that's another one of my favorite on this album as well too. Um, of course, with this song self-explanatory, just talking about how his dad abandoned him and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And also with the fact that he definitely sounds the most angriest on this whole fucking album, if you
Hmm.
ask me. And just him, just talking about the mental health. That's another thing about this album too. Definitely did a lot of talk about mental health and like in the black men and stuff like that. So
Right.
I love the line when he says, "I used to hide under the covers with my eyes closed, crying and hoping tonight that Dad didn't trip, because Mama already needs stitches in the top lip, because Daddy got
Right.
me mad, beat the hell out of her, and throwing chips against the wall every night became a regular." You know what I'm saying? Pretty dope line. Love the beat from Dub C and Sir Jinx.
Yeah.
Classic track.
Definitely.
All right. Track number 9, Back on the Scene. Another dope skit interlude with a dope beat and crazy tunes. That's pretty much all I can say.
Yeah, I like the beat for that. That was the fire.
Definitely. All right. Next track we got is Get Up Out of the Funk. You know what I'm saying? This one right here, Get Up All That Funk, excuse me. This one right here was just a jazzy, not jazzy, but funky kind of track about how, funk music pretty much is helps them cope and everything like that too. Just has Dub C and Coolio just doing their thing and everything. I feel like Dub definitely stole the show. I love the line when he says, "Because when you a sellout, you're out. We don't want your back. Nigga playing on both sides. I gotta peel his cap because one thing that's playing down with, and that's all these bougie Negroes, better known as cowards. Or bourgeois. Excuse me. So very dope track.
I felt like Coolio had the best verse, and it was the track was funky. It had like a Parliament funkadelic sound to it, and he got Coolio saying, and I'm into the old shit, the shit that still hit, the Louisiana chicken and homemade biscuits, making my feet move. It sure does feel good. My head is bouncing, cruising through my neighborhood. Loved his verse. Rest in peace, Coolio. This is one of my favorites also.
One of my favorites indeed. All right, next track we got is Getting Looped. Um, this one right here was pretty alright. Really wasn't one of my favorites on this record, but it was pretty decent.
I love the beat for this. Um, you had like Dub C, talking about wearing certain shit and not wearing certain shit, and he's like, seems like every time I slap on my starter cap and step for a breath of fresh air, I end up filling out a questionnaire. What's your name? Where you going? What gang are you from? They tell me don't get smart, so I play dumb. I think that was a banging track, and just him talking about like certain shit that he ain't gonna wear, and he'll end up going to the Grammys and some khakis and shit, and I thought it was dope.
Yeah, dope track indeed. Next track we got is Dress Code. This track right here was a very cool track. It was talking about how with them dressing the way they dress, the police will automatically look at them like, of course, they're gangsters or drug dealers or thugs. Just stereotype the motherfuckers and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So this was definitely a very dope track right here. So I love this one.
That's the joint I was talking. What song was you talking about before? That's the song I was talking about. Though.
I was talking. Oh yeah, getting looped was a skit
Yeah,
before dress
dress
code.
code.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, that's the
my
song I was
bad,
talking
my
about. He
bad.
was like he'll show up at the Grammys with khakis on and shit.
Right, and track number 12. Smokers Lullaby. Um, this one right here was a pretty interesting skit. It's pretty much this guy is friend of Dub C, just calling um um for this friend of Dub C just calling Dub C. He's crying and shit like that. And next thing you know, he ends up shooting. somebody that's fucking with him or shooting himself. You know what I'm saying? So, a very interesting skit.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting skit. You know, it was cool.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Then the next track we got is "You Don't Work, You Don't Eat," featuring JD, MCA, and Ice Cube. Um, very dope posse cut right here. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, just has West Coast finest on this joint right here too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's kind of crazy. I feel like A and Q definitely did a thing on this joint right here too. Especially, no, not Q, not Q. Coolio, because Q he just did like little intro. Saying just say, "Hey
Yeah.
yo, what's up? This is Cube down with the Dub C, Lynch Mob, all that shit." You know what I'm saying? But
Excuse me. Yeah.
this was fucking straight checking on MCA in my opinion. He definitely did his thing on this joint. And the beat was pretty good too. So I love this one.
Yeah, I like the beat for this. Dub C saying I gotta pay my rent, but my job ain't cutting it. So now I'm drinking gin, saying here's my alternative to either keep doing what I'm doing, don't trip or go and buy again and come up on the grip. So like yeah, like it was, hard times and what you gonna do during those hard times to eat. And I dig the concept for the song.
Yeah, I definitely did a concept indeed. All right, track number 14, Grandma Locked Out. Um, this musky I kind of didn't really care for, to be real with you, but yeah, it was decent.
Yeah, it was alright. I'm not really it's not really like a favorite of mine.
Right. Track number 16, Ghetto Serenade. Very dope track right here. This was produced by Crazy Tunes. You know what I'm saying? Definitely I love the beat from that shit too. I feel like this is like one of the most signature tracks if you ask me and
Right.
everything like that too, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, fire joint.
This was like you doing ghetto serenade.
Yeah,
This was like his version of the Vapors. Like when he was down and out and he ain't had no
right.
money, he ain't had no car, and he tried to holler at this chick and she ain't give him the time of day. And then from when he got his record deal and he's a big rap star, you know, it turns out that when he was like signing autographs, he saw the same chick, and years later, she like fat with 5 kids. And he says, in signing autographs the other day, I looked up and guess who was coming my way? The same old girl who never gave me no rhythm, but this time standing in the middle of 5 children. Um, she got that. What he said? He said, she got like that Cookie Monster booty, like a sagging booty or whatever. I thought that was hilarious, and basically like she played him back in the day, and now that he's the shit, he playing her. So this is like his version of the Vapors, and I love the beat for it as well.
Definitely. John says second favorite song on this album. High C also uses beat too. I think the second song he's talking about was the Posse cut. And you said High C used Ghetto Serenade beat? Oh wow. Okay. All right. Next track is called Back to the Underground. Very dope joint. It's just Dub and Coolio just going back and forth. Rap, rhyming, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? This is another favorite of mine. Classic shit.
Yeah, I think it was a dope beat. Coolio did his thing on it also.
Definitely. And the last track on this album is Soldier Story. Um, it's like an outro and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Just him giving fucking thanks and just how keeping himself above water and everything like that too. So yeah, man, definitely love this one right here. Nice way to end up this album.
Yeah, I like the beat on it, the pianos, and you had Dub C's like talking about how he wrote this with a broken hand, like I guess the Popo gave him that, and it was a great way to close out the album.
Definitely. Overall, this is a fucking classic album in my opinion. Um, it's a very bleak ass album too. You know what I'm saying? Just definitely a very dark, grimy album. Production definitely added like a bit more grit to it. You know what I'm saying? Dub C definitely did his thing. Coolio, Crazy Tunes did their thing too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give this a five. Oops. I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. My personal opinion. I feel like this is
Yeah,
album.
this was good. Love the West Coast production, the songs. You know, Dub C and his group just talking about life in California, and a lot of songs I think Coolio definitely shined on as well. And you had tracks like Ghetto Serenade and Fuck My Daddy, the title track, Behind Closed Doors, um, Getting Looped, Dress Code. Those are all great. Definitely, I'm gonna give it 5 nights. I think it's one of his best albums. Definitely a solid album.
Yeah, very solid album indeed. I John gave this 5 nights as well. I feel like that's a very solid rating. Definitely can't wait to talk about Curb Serving. I want to get my hands on that album before I talk about it.
Right.
So, like I said before, I got to get ready for work in the morning. So I'm actually going to end this video off right here. This has been a long day. I just want to relax and just eat some mac and cheese so I go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Wednesday at midnight is going to be our collection video. Really can't wait. Just letting y'all know if I haven't mentioned it before, I'm going to have some more albums coming after the collection video. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for that. Shout out to Lashia giving me that 20 and stuff like that. I can actually maybe get one of those albums a little earlier than I expected and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. Um, so Wednesday is the collection video. Friday, sometime Friday, me and Try going to pre-record the Molly Mall re-entry album. And we're going to drop that sometime probably Friday afternoon because I got to go to Greensboro after I get off work that day. And I'm trying to do a bit more earlier reviews this week. Just trying to try some shit out. And then Saturday is going to be the More Money soundtrack, which that might just be midnight as well. I get up at 11 p.m. You know what I'm saying? I would have pre-record that, but I got a photo shoot that day. So yeah, this week it might be another one of those busy ass weeks. But Dalton, my sleep was so fucking good
Yeah.
last night. I forgot today was Monday. I was just like, oh shit.
Wow.
I was like, oh damn, today is Monday. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta go back to work tomorrow. Happy face. Anything to say before I head out?
Nope.
Nope. All right. The Dub C album. This album's actually out of print. But if you can find it, please get it. It might be a bit pricey. I feel like Curb Serving is a bit more easier in price than this album, but yeah, I would definitely get it. Since you have those solo albums as well, I definitely want to talk about them at
Yeah.
some point. Definitely. So yeah, thank you so much, Try, as usual, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace.